Well, I'm delighted to be joined now by IAC President Chief Craig Steckler. Chief, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us today.
I enjoy it. Thank you very much for inviting.
Now, it's a fantastic conference, this one, isn't it?
Oh, it's magnificent, huge.
So, a lot of sessions taking place this week and this weekend. What are some of your particular highlights? What do you think you're most looking forward to?
Well, I think the Sandy Hook shooting, the Aurora shooting, there's going to be several sessions on how law enforcement responds to those critical incidents and actually what we can do to avoid them happening. So I think there's going to be a lot of good information will come from that. We also are doing a plenary session on officer-involved shootings. We had conflicting policies, new technology, cameras being introduced since the policies were written, so there was really nothing on what do you do with video, when can the officer see it. So we put together several committees of the IACP to address it, the Police Psychological Services Committee, the Legal Officers Committee, the Patrol and Tactical Operations Committee, the Research Committee, and they really did a fantastic job of leaning out policy issues, and they're going to be making a presentation which I think the chiefs will enjoy. You know, most chiefs will never encounter an officer-involved shooting, but if you do, you know, you want to be prepared for what's going to happen and how you investigate it, and more importantly, how you deal with the officer in the aftermath of something like that. There's also going to be a plenary session on alarm calls. You know, nationwide, our alarms are about 95% false, 38 million a year. On average, the department's calls for service load, 10% are alarms. So we're going to be offering chiefs some alternatives on dealing with the false alarm problem. So I think there's going to be a lot of really good information coming out.
One of the great things about this conference, isn't it? You've got so many folks here from not just America, but all over the world.
All over the world.
You can really learn from each other.
Yeah, very true. You know, I think we have something like 100 countries in the IACP. I'm not sure how many are represented, but I would guess about 40 or 50 different countries. And the interaction between chiefs and the discussions that occur, some really good ideas and best practices come out of that.
The interaction is key, as you said. It's not always so serious, is it? There are some lighter events at the conference as well.
Yeah, I mean, we have the Foundation Gala that's Saturday night, and that's always a fun event to attend. The final banquet, we've moved it up one day, and this year we have about 900 people attending it, which is the largest we've ever had. And then there's some sessions that are a little on the light side, but still informational and stuff that chiefs need to know. Yeah.
Let's look back at your year as president.
Right.
What do you think? What are some of the highlights for you?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different things that happened. I mean, one of the major ones is we were in a building, an iconic building for the last 21 years, 5-story building, but it was not conducive to effective teamwork. Everybody was on separate floors. We outgrew it. We were working out of closets, and then we had to rent space in another building to put employees in. So we actually ended up selling that building. We were leasing a building on Canal Street that's all on one floor, so all the staff are on one floor. The managers, the division managers are now with their staffs. So I think it's going to make for a much more efficient operation, internal operation. We partnered with Microsoft and are developing a brand new website that's completely up to date. It will be launched on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas to the IACP members. It's going to be much easier to find information on that website. So you know, we're proud of that happening, and then we're presenting to the members 12 amendments to the Constitution. It has not been reviewed in the last 13 years. You know, and the best practices are that nonprofit constitutions should be reviewed every 3 to 5 years. So we got behind the 8 ball on that, and we're introducing about 12 amendments to our members to bring the Constitution up to standards of today for nonprofit organizations, to streamline our operation and give more flexibility to the managers.
Well, Chief, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Congratulations on your year as
Well,
president.
thank you very much.
And I hope you have a great conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.